So how how many people want to go global, and what is their what what do you mean to mean? In other words, what's your most 5 year plan in global mindset? What do you think about the global economy in entrepreneurship?
Okay, Gaurav.
Chirag, bolo.
Yeah. What I think is in the today's world economy, global entrepreneurship is not really that hard to get into because of the availability of the internet and global reach because of social media. But what we need to think about is we need to learn about how to convert these resources and use them for your own businesses. So what do you think about this, Avish?
Yeah, I think that's the point. And another important thing is how to maintain and leverage your networks across the world.
Do you think leveraging networks in global entrepreneurship is easy?
Yeah, it's not easy, but we need to be a part of the market where almost across people across the world are taking part, and so that we can develop relationship with them in terms of our own concepts of startups or the established businesses.
Right. Because as we think is the most important part is networking in the internet. And I can see that Karan just recently launched his first business, studentdesk.in, and he is currently doing a very good PR about this. So I can see that he's leveraging his own network for improving his own businesses online.
See, When
Right?
when I when I started my journey as an entrepreneur journey, I started as global entrepreneur. I started dealing with international people, clubbing, DJs, and everything. And as for me, it was difficult to understand the culture. The culture barriers are very difficult in India. Still, people don't understand what Indian people want, what what Indian mindset is, and they think India
Right.
is not a good country to invest. Some people think, and some people think India is a good place to invest. Do you think the current political scenario is good for global entrepreneurs to invest in India and help us, like we people, to go invest in our ideas and take us into global level?
Yeah, as you can see, as the recent Snapdeal market, they made a funding of around $133 million, and before that, Flipkart did a very big valuation and funding for their own businesses. So I can see that the current scenario in the Indian industry is changing very fast, and there's a huge opportunity for outside investors for who are looking forward to invest in Indian businesses. So I think that current scenario is the best for new startups who are looking forward for innovation and technology. And big companies like Google and Facebook are also looking forward to collaborate or acquire companies in India.
And what's
Chirag,
your hello? Excuse
Chirag,
me.
Pravash will be joining us Hangout from my laptop because some internet connection is happening. He will be joining the Hangout from my thing, uh, and
Sure, sure.
let
Please.
me introduce Pravash as
Yeah, yes. Hi everyone.
Hi.
hi, hi.
Hello,
Hi.
Pravash.
I hope you can hear me. Sorry, I have a bit of a technical problem. I don't know why it's not connecting, but anyway.
Yeah, we can see you, hear you. Thanks.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so Pravash, what's your take on this?
Right.
Pravash, tell me how did you start your global entrepreneurship journey in UK, as you are in India to in your own international companies you are doing business. You can tell your own experience.
Okay, so very much like I moved to UK in 2005 as a student. So I did my postgraduate diploma in airlines management there. Then I've been working with Marks and Spencer on a part time, and also after that, I did my MBA from Brunel University, and that's where I got an opportunity to work with some of the real entrepreneurs and investors. So we started a Brunel Entrepreneur Society. So a group of entrepreneurs came together, and we formed a student association, and from there only the real entrepreneurship started. And
Right.
yeah, so yeah, from
So
then
what were
on.
the challenges? Yeah. Go on,
The
go on.
challenges was there very much like the cultural challenges was there because I was from India. I didn't know much about the UK business culture and how to deal with UK businesses. But going through when I was doing MBA, I came to know a lot of things. How to do market yourself, how to brand positioning yourself, and also related who is actually looking for your product. That's where I started consulting leader because when we were about to finish the MBA, and there were like around 1,200 members in our entrepreneurship society, and only three of us actually started the business. And I realized what was lacking because in spite of having all these entrepreneurial events, workshops, and seminars, uh, but why actually those entrepreneurs can't start a business? So, I realized there was a lack of information, there was a lack of training, there was no mentorship was available at the same time. There was not enough funding. So when we talk about ecosystem, so that is what lacking. And through consulting leaders, I started hiring those consultants who are working for big companies like PwC, Deloitte and other companies, and in their open time they could help these entrepreneurs to start and accelerate their business faster so they could be investor ready in a short amount of time where if you are starting by yourself it takes a long time. So that's how I've been connected with other different other companies, and they like the idea, they like the passion what we starting up, not looking the corporate jobs after the MBA, where not really fat salary but working very much by from yourself. So yeah, that's how I started.
So,
Okay.
so you can.
And as you recently been to Indian industry, what was your experience like? Because the economy in the UK and India is very, very much different. I can see that. So what's
Right,
your
right.
plan for doing India?
India has a lot of opportunities. I mean, everybody comes here as an entrepreneur or even normal person. They can see the opportunities, but there are a lot of challenges in India as an entrepreneur itself. I mean, to note down, if you there is not an ecosystem in India, there is not enough government support as well available. There are few states I could say, like ones that I've been working with a lot entrepreneurs in Gujarat, and this state has got the kind of support the government is giving, providing the support. The IIT, IIM, they have got the incubation center. At least few of the entrepreneurs they are getting the benefits out of that, but this is not available in all different parts of pan India. So there is a huge that infrastructure support is lacking. Other than that, the regulation. I mean, I've been to say we. I don't want to take any organization name here, but there are those people in the position they don't know even how to support an entrepreneur or how to support a first time entrepreneur, like how to register your company, what are the legal terminologies that needed. So these are the some things happening to start, and going ahead you need a lot of packaging branding to be done, how to get the funding, how to get the right team. So these are the things actually lacking in India. So these are big challenges I would say in India.
Yes, I agree with that. As you can see, we are also, starting up many new businesses in India, growing very fast. But the
Right.
problem is many new first-timer young entrepreneurs don't know even the basics of the business, like getting your business registered, as you said.
Right.
So that's one of the main challenges that some people are trying to work on this and organize this and meetups, like we recently did for dialogue and other problems. So
Right.
Gaurav, let's start
Yes.
with you.
Uh,
So you and we has recently started open enterprise space, right? So what do you think about what are trying to do with it, with the global entrepreneurship case.
Uh, Chirag, I want to first of all the videos closed because if anybody is speaking or not speaking, the videos or sound should be off to make the connection better, hang out fast.
Sure.
Michael, welcome to the Hangout.
Hey guys, thank you so
Hey,
much.
Hello, Michael.
welcome
How are
Michael to
you?
the Hangout, and welcome and namaste. Uh, Namaste from India for our Indian crowd.
Namaste, guys.
Namaste.
Uh,
Hi, Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What are you guys? You good?
Good to see you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
good.
can see a lot of our
Yeah, it's
files
always good
behind,
to
so
see
we
you
are
too.
working.
Hey, Pravash, how you doing? You good? Eh?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
uh, Michael,
Okay.
I wanted, uh, as you started your journey as security guard, and now you are a global entrepreneur, visited more than 20 countries around the world. So I wanted to share your experience as you are a global entrepreneur and you are opening world's first entrepreneurship school, which has global opportunities and global embarking for entrepreneurs around the world. So I want if you can share your experience as a global entrepreneur and how you help global entrepreneurs. You can tell us, Michael.
All right. Yeah, that's a good question. And yeah, let's talk about a little bit about this story because this story I think can be really interesting for many other guys, especially young fellows out there. Because as you said, you're right. I start up um, my entrepreneurship, let's say my entrepreneurial life from um, from a really weird position because I was a security guy in a disco. I was working in New York City, and it was pretty strange for me passing from the kind of life to the life I have right now. A really different thing. But you know what? It's in my opinion, that moment, those years, working like bouncer for, let's say, almost 9 years. I was pretty young, around 21 when I started over. And after thinking about a little bit about the security, when you work in a disco, in a crowded disco where there are so many people in the same place, under drugs, alcohol everywhere, so people are really sensitive to emotions, how things can't control themselves. And many cultures, New York City is a melting pot, so everybody is there. So what does mean that you have a lot of energies and you need to handle this kind of energy, and you need to make your work as much good as you can. So in a way, what happened? You start to understand yourself, your limit, and especially you understand people attitudes and behavior. And in that moment, I understood because of my reading was very accurate, and about the people all around there who can be the dangerous one, who can be the good one. And I mean, in reading profiles, people profiles, I understood, oh wait, there's the kind of things I can use it. I mean, so what I trust my own intuition, and I start to use this kind of reading ability they have upon the people. Because being an entrepreneur, guys, is just simple like that. You need to trust about yourself, and you need to have this kind of ability on reading people. You need to understand who can be with yourself, because entrepreneurship is never gonna be by your own. You need people around you. You need team. You need a good, valid team. If your team is not good, your enterprise is gonna fall down. Maybe 1 year, maybe two. It's a kind of rule that you need to really follow this kind of rule. You need to create a really good team, and to create a good team, you need this kind of reading ability. And in order to have this kind of reading ability, you need to know yourself. Otherwise, you can't read the others. So that's why after 15 years, working, creating companies, failed down many times. Whoa, I fell so many times I forget it. But I stood up. This is an important thing. So I always say, even my fellow and partner Gaurav, we always need to stood up. We need to stand up one more time, over there, back on track and do again. And to have this kind of strengths, you need to really be honest with yourself. You need, hey, that's what I am. That's what I can do. If I can reach over there, my partner, my fellow behind my next to me, gonna be there, my place. So this is a teamwork, and if everyone in a team gonna behave like that, gonna think this kind of way, gonna deal with this kind of limits and differences, the team is gonna be amazing. Team is gonna be really perfect because it's gonna sound like a song. You're gonna play like a song, and you're gonna feel the vibration. So basically, entrepreneurship, guys, is a teamwork. So better off we start to understand each other within the team, our limits. That's why I suggest every time I make a new team, let's go to dinner. Let's go to dinner. Let's understand, even in the way yeah, buddy, even in the way we eat the food, we understand each other. We really understand one another because there is a kind of DNA, profile DNA that really change. It's totally different from one another, and within a team we are totally different, even genetically speaking. So there's some kind of time reaction. In a way, someone gonna react to the kind of problem or situation is totally different because even DNA. Of course, the background is there. It's depending about what you've done in your life. You're gonna have your time reaction, of course, but DNA, guys, DNA is a fear. It's a signature in your blood, in your cells. And looking people, watching people eating, around a table or whatever it is, you can understand very, very much about the kind of people you have beside yourself. So as far you can go. So all these kind of things. When it's gonna have this kind of limit in pushing, or maybe which kind of backup you need. All these kind of things. So featuring our collaborators is the best things we gotta do. This is something that I really learned in the field. I never went at the university, so this is something concrete and real experience I learned in my life. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe answer your question, Gaurav. That's good, or you want more?
Yes, Pravash.
Yes.
Now, as Michael explained, team and focus is important. Now you came to London and from London and India setting up the business. So, how is your experience in building team working in India? And how was your experience of dealing with different people and different experiences? That like Indian work culture is different from the UK and Europe work culture. As Michael said, he's managing different countries and he goes to China, Morocco, and every time what I see. And you also visit many California, Silicon Valley, and everywhere, and managing different teams. And you are currently managing around 50 people in India. So how is your experiencing?
It is difficult, and I would say anybody who is managing the team around the globe, it's very definitely difficult because the first thing is we need to understand the culture, and the most important thing is when you're creating an organization is very much you're not creating an organization of people or product, you are creating a culture within yourself, right? And it's pretty much you need to understand the individual goals because every person has different goal sets, and when you think about creating an organization you have to bring them together and create a global culture, because today we can't think about doing business only in India, or we can't think about doing business only in the UK. It has to be global because of the economic situations and all these things. But putting the team together, I think the most important thing is, and most important challenge is understand what they are looking for. If you can make them happy, if you can give them motivation, then definitely there would be a partnership. And what I do is most of the time I don't necessarily create an employee employer situation. It's more of kind of entrepreneurial culture we create. so that everybody has the opportunity to go out and do their things in their own way. But we just have to keep few things in mind, that the time we are putting, the energy we are putting, there should be a return on investment of each thing, so that we should bang on target every time. So that's what
So,
we
do
do.
you believe that employee should have a mindset of 9 to 5 job, like sitting in an office and doing a job, or employee should have an entrepreneurship mindset, like thinking company as an entrepreneur and taking company to forward? What do you think, as you have done your MBA,
Yeah.
and you think so? What's your think on
If
this?
you'll ask me on an individual basis, I'm not a 9 to 5 person, right? I never like to work on 9 to 5. I mean, sometimes I wake up in the 3 o'clock and I get starting writing. I start doing the coding whenever required. I mean, even if it's a morning, early morning, 6 o'clock, I have to travel. I do travel. So I'm not a nine to five person. Yes, I do love there should be some focused around things of even the employees who are 9 to 5. I don't have anything to say against them, because they are doing that for their living, and probably you can't find everyone as that much entrepreneurial as you are. So that should be an adjusted balance between. But what I found, when you one thing you said about entrepreneurship, and that is something needed in every organization, and most of the big companies fail because of that particular thing. And I quite realized that from the very beginning. So that's what I love.
Karan, any questions? Karan, any
Hello,
questions?
hello,
Yeah. Hi, Karan.
hello. Hi,
Karan.
I just launched my startup before 2 months, but question is that how should I approach people when I got two call from I am Indore and another from two big website companies.
Right.
They immediately, rather than asking how it is doing, how I am doing my startup, they are asking, do you interested in partnership? So they are like throwing money, and acquisition means they want to build their army. But
Right.
I am currently student, so how to grow means
I mean, do you want to say a little bit about your business? And probably we missed it, me and Michael, we missed it the first bit. So you want to give a bit of about your business, what you do?
yeah, I am doing studentdesk.in. It is a website for selling and exchanging books online.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So when I just got a call from before 3 days that hi, I'm from jayantilal.com. Do you are interested in partnership? We can easily promote your business by our Facebook page,
Right.
in which we have more than 2 lakhs likes. So it is like,
Okay.
if you have more than 2 lakhs likes, then you are asking me for partnership because I
Okay.
am student. So how to approach people at that time?
Michael or Pravash, please. Michael, I want for as
Yeah.
you are more experienced than us, I want you to answer first, then Pravash.
Oh, well, first, there is a kind of connection problem. Guys, can you just a little bit explain me about which kind of business? Because I understood that guys, Karan is selling something online, right?
Yes, it
Yes,
is a
Karan. So
portal. Hello,
it's a
Karan,
portal. Okay.
I
it
want
is
you to
a
explain clearly.
it is
It's a
portal where we can exchange our used books and give our books on rent.
oh, right. So you're
We
gonna
have to
basically.
we have to select a city and our college, so we can easily exchange our books within a college. No need to travel around the city to just the sake of exchange the book.
That's interesting. So now you're looking for sustainability. I mean, you want to sustain your own business. So what you're looking for is you want to attract investors. Basically, that's what you got to do. Or you want to do something different.
I want to sustain my business. How to market, and means currently I have not enough capital. So rather than other than social media, I have not any resources to
Mm.
appear globally.
Okay, but you want to rent. I mean, the thing is renting book, right? That's the
Yes,
core. All right. So
yes.
why, in which way you think you can? I mean, do you have already the business model? I mean, how does it work? This kind of renting, and maybe it could be work around the world or not? or you just talking about? I mean, maybe I misunderstood something. You're telling me about digital book or real life book or real concrete
No,
book?
real complete book. The user can just upload their books details and college details. So other user, let's say it's junior can easily exchange their books of their senior within the college. No need to even go to the different area of city.
I understand. So basically, it's a kind of Amazon, right?
Yes,
All right. So you want to scale your business, basically, as far I understood. And
yes,
why don't you can try to copy what Amazon already does and apply to your region, and then you're gonna try to scale, inventing something, maybe some feature a little bit different from Amazon or whatever it is. I mean, first, in my opinion, if you talk about renting books, real books, I mean, why you maybe you already did, but I think the best way you can marketing is on the streets. So you,
okay.
you should stay over there, just down the ground, on the street, so meeting people, um, planning different events on the street. I mean, the street, I think, especially in India, is the most important place where you can really market your idea.
Yes, right.
Before you, yeah, buddy. I mean, India is beautiful for that. I mean, you live up north, maybe in Europe or in the United States, nobody's in the street any longer. So you can enjoy a lot. I mean, to stay on the streets, but and I mean, India for me is a special country. So I do trust about the culture, so that you belong to. So use this kind of culture as much you can. So go on the street, approach people, make a kind of street market where you gonna, of course, you need to invent something to get back the book, maybe, or maybe something else. I mean, this kind of belong to the business model. But street, I do think is the first things you got to do to scale the business, and be sustainable. And I think you're gonna be sustainable for sure, because there's so many people on the street in India and in India towns that, of course, you're gonna meet some kind of success. I mean, everybody want a book. I mean, me either. If I'm gonna find a way to rent a book, especially, I mean, it's so easy walking. You find a way to just rent a book. Well, I'm gonna do it. Why not? So my opinion is start from your region, and then
Yeah,
you try
right.
the way to scale the model. Okay, all around the world. You can find franchising, for example, could be an idea to just
So, what do you think about how we should go? As you are staying in India and you know local people in Bombay,
Yeah.
and it's, how do you think?
See, if I would be Karan in your place, I would have first visited other colleges, right, and also appoint few of these ambassadors for your company, right. So they could be either salespeople or they could be from because also reading is a passion, right. So you need
Yes.
to connect with other colleges and find ambassadors who can probably work for you or be a kind of exchange partner, so they
Yeah,
can
student partner thing.
yeah, few of the books. The second idea comes to my mind is I'm not sure whether you have tried any coffee shops around the city and probably some of the libraries, because libraries must have books, but there are different people coming to the libraries and they probably would like it. And one thing in India about is I'm quite seeing this new culture is changing. Is like a lot of youngsters they are going to CCD and also Starbucks. So probably you could approach them like to keep some of your books there, because when these people are coming they could hang out. And I recently I visited to this Lower Pearl, the Phoenix Mall, and I found that the complete I found a new business culture is not related to coffee shop, but it's actually a place where the people are coming to read
Yes.
books, but they're actually selling the coffee as well. It's a kind of a reverse Starbucks model happening in India. So probably you could try that in your place. The next is
Yes.
go online, man. I mean, it's obviously Facebook, Twitter. Try to go hyper local as much as possible, because your kind of business is within thousand, within maybe 10 or 15 kilometers kind of thing. So I think you should try that and put yourself into different PR. Maybe talk to few of the PR and branding guys if they could help you out, put your words out. that would be great. Or if you have any college newsletters, maybe there are placement sales are there
Yes.
in colleges, so you could try them out. So they could be definitely helpful. I mean, these are the things coming to my mind right now.
Yes, I agree that I should go for mouth to mouth approach.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Uh,
Gaurav, you want to add anything?
uh,
Definitely. I mean, yeah.
Nothing we can. Michael, I wanted to ask. Now you have so many businesses and everything. So how do you approach investors, or in other words, how do you raise funds for your own business in a global level as you are reaching to 20 countries and everything and 20 businesses? I know that you are doing association, joint ventures and everything, but some businesses, some of the business must be needing funding. So what's your take on the funding side of your businesses? What do you do as a global entrepreneur as you reach on different countries? What is the strategy to set up your business in another country? If you can share
Yeah,
with us.
yeah. Well, this is, I'll try to answer your question, I mean, in a really short time, but it's not really easy because it's the core of my organization. So the thing is, well, starting up a new business in a new country, or well, say in different country, whatever country you decide to, depend about your own network. This is the first things you gotta really take care. I mean, that's why always I say people take care about your own network as yourself. I mean, people connection is the first thing, really the first. Otherwise, you are not gonna move. You can't create anything you want. It's impossible. You need your own connection based on trust. People need to trust you. So you need to travel all around the world, of course, by yourself. You need to experience things with the other people. Some curiosity about my own organization is like that. I mean, most of my people, and I work in my organization, there's almost 100 people working all together. And let's say that maybe 80 people of that 100 are friends of mine. So I know them personally, and they know me. So, and we have been together doing things all around the world. So the most even weird things and records we have. So, this is an important point on talking about, because it's friendship is an important thing. I come from Sicily, so I was born there. Of course, I travel like a crazy, so I don't know where I belong to any longer, but. Um, in that region, you learn, like in India, that family is the first thing, and I still do believe in it. Family is the first thing, and beside family, I got friendship. I will nobody. I'd be nobody without my friends all around the world, really, and my partners as well. And I think because usually what I heard about it, starting a business is you need a lot of money, you need investors, you need, well, maybe, yeah, why not? There's some companies start up with that. In my experience too. I mean, I did. I had some investors. We, for example, are producing any in solar personal private plant. It is this container. They're gonna generate 15 kilowatt standalone, and is a mobile energy producing. So this is a really industrial things, of course, and you do need investors, and then that's what we have been found, of course. But the first step to create all the things, we were friends, four people from California and Italy. We stepped together, we talk, and we share information. We have been sharing some time together. Then everything started up from there. So we use our social capital. That everybody is talking about social capital, but nobody understood very well. That's really interesting. There is a lot of speaking about, yes, social capital, we have it, whatever. No, they don't get it. Social capital is your connection. Social capital is your friends, your family. That's social. You can measure, you can understand, you can feel it. That's a social capital that all the world is speaking about. But the problem is that most of the people talking about social capital, they never experience it because they come from a different culture. They don't have this family setting. So, for example, I do believe that you can recognize social capital in India as well. And you, I know maybe you didn't get it, but I know you guys, many of you already use it, and automatically, and that's a gold. That's a real gold because you can do many things by social capital because it's moved from emotion. It is not moved from. It doesn't move by. It's not moved from money only. You need money, of course, to sustain the business, to sustain many other things, of course, otherwise you get crazy. I like to be create richness around myself. So for me and for my partners, of course, but you need a mission. All my companies, association or foundation, they have a mission. That's an important thing. That's why we say friends. That's we don't need all the money. Money is a tool. Don't forget it. It's just a tool. It's not the tool. It's a tool that you need it, and you need to think about it because it's energy, like the other tools. But we have a lot of tools all around, and that's is important things that an entrepreneur need to understand how many tools he would use creating his own enterprise. Because if we focus only in looking for money, your company is going to be dry up. Maybe in a couple of years, maybe 3 or maybe 4 years if you're lucky one. But anyway, going to be dry up because nobody going to give you a tip or whatever it is because you are based only on greedy. And when people understand you're greedy, they want to make you pay. And when you start to pay, you're going to start to feel bad and so on. So it's a process. And at the end, you go, yeah, of course. Thank you, man. Thank you. And so that's what I'm telling you. I mean, all my companies they have a mission to better off your life, or even my life, or my partner life, or people gonna enjoy my services or my products or whatever I can offer. But you need a mission. So design your mission, find your friends, use your social capital, and then maybe if you need, you talk about investors. It's the last thing.
Pravash, I
Yeah.
want the same question which I have given to Michael. Now I want you to answer. What's your take on this?
Again, I totally agree with Michael here. I mean, you definitely need a good team first, and to create a team, the first thing for anybody is going back to family and your friends. So other than that, I mean, he has already covered all these things. You definitely need investors to run the business. I mean, I have raised money from investors, and I know how difficult it is because I mean, there's no offense here. They will kick your ass to get the business done and get the, money to pay them back. So, yeah, so even I'm in the process of raising the money as well. So I know it's a lot of tensions around, and you have to do the business. But what I suggest is that try to avoid the investors as much as possible because they are like it's called venture capitalist. I call them it's vultures. Like yes, they don't understand sometimes what is entrepreneurship is because they have the money and stuff. And so you have to realize that really money doesn't work in business. And if you think that if it would have, then there could be many. Multinationals have been gone washed. So it's always the end of the day people. I totally agree and Michael on that. But you have to be sustainable, do the product development. So that is very important. You have to do the business model right. You need to put your revenue model right. And if it is right from the day one, and you have created a great foundation for yourself, a great team culture, the team members won't leave you even if you are go bankruptcy or you do whatever, but they won't leave you. So that is the very important role. Yeah, that's very important.
Any questions, Avish?
The question I wanted to ask to you and Michael both, I mean, that we talked about problems, so
Right.
that matter is solved. I mean, the we have now the solutions, but
Right.
what is it? How is it? How can we execute the real strategies that we make? I mean, that don't exist in the market. how to
Right.
execute new strategies in the market that we make for ourselves. I mean,
Right.
if the business is unique, also the strategies has to be unique,
Sure.
and to run the strategies in the market is the biggest challenge. What is what I think, and so
Right.
how to face that challenge?
Okay.
Pravash, I want to take on this question.
Okay, so as you told a lot, I mean, you emphasizing this more on strategy and the execution. See, the strategy as a founder, you have got a vision, right? Now you need to find people who can convert that vision to your mission. So that is one thing is you need to understand first. The second thing is when you're talking about the strategy, it comes a lot of things. I mean, we're talking about, as I said, this business model. We're talking about the revenue model. We're talking about the product development. Talking about the packaging. So there's a lot of things will come inside. And what do you need a right execution strategy? And when you have a don't put so many things in your front. Just do a kind of mind map. Just do go to a whiteboard, write about it. Just most of the time we do design the plans is actually put in the napkins when you sit down in the coffee shop, and that's where actually the strategy, that's where the mind, okay, I'm going to do this. I need to put this person on the chart so that he will run the show, right? So you need to do that, and the most important thing is stay focused, right? Do a to-do list. That is very much important, what you need to do in everyday life, because as an entrepreneur you have hundreds of ideas coming in and you want to do everything because you want to make money faster, you want to reach quicker, right? So that's where you actually fail, because your idea become diluted in different things. So you need to really focus on the things. And then what you need is actually putting the right execution. You have to put, this is what I want to do today, this is a weekly target, this is a monthly target, and this is my 6 months target. So once you've done that, then you can find the people. That's what I could think about this strategy. I mean, you have to put in three different levels, like as the MBA jargons, they say, like you must have a corporate strategy, you must have a business strategy, and an operational strategy. So these are very much like rosy terms when you talk about management things, but in the real business, that really works. But if you can bring those theory and put them into action, right? And I'm sure you must have heard of the Porter's five process theory, right? The competitive analysis, the new thing. There is always challenges, so you have to change the strategy accordingly. So put your main goal plan. Once your goal is defined, then do the execution accordingly and change it as required. Find a mentor, right? Find a mentor who can help you out, because most of the time you walk down because of the pressure on you. So find a mentor whom you can share your ideas, share your strategy, you can trust. Then you can go from there. From there you can start the execution.
Michael, so I want you, as you are experienced and again global level, you're sitting in Brazil, in Germany now. So what is your take on this level? His question now.
So we are referring to the same question that Avish did, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, my question is that we have talked about the problems, and so just provided us with the proper solutions. Now, what my question is that how do we execute new strategies? I mean, the if we are creating a new business, it is unique, right? So for executing that business, the strategy has to be unique, and it can be something that doesn't exist in the market. So
Yo.
how do we operate on new strategies to
Yeah.
run our new business?
Yeah, yeah. Well, first, let me say that I totally agree with Pravash. I mean, he said right, and I say something really interesting to me when he talks. He talks about that you got to be ready to change. You got to be ready to change so fast that you can never imagine. Sometimes really week by week,
Okay.
really week by week, you need to really reset your own company. And once you do that, I mean, try to imagine for a team. And that's why I said before. I mean, you need to know very well your own team, because when you do something like that, try to imagine you go. Let's talk about my own experience in one of my company, tourist company. I got Grand Tour Global. He's a tour operator, and so try to imagine when we go to a big fair. We did the one in UK. and then in a week it's gonna be in Berlin. The other one, the ITB, that is really huge, and it's just a couple months in between. So every time we do a fair, international fair, the day after we change totally strategy. Amazing. So there are more than 15, 20 people you need to update, and everybody need to understand you. So what does mean that? I mean, you say which way we're gonna execute strategies, even that nobody knows because there are not gonna be new products, new strategy, new company, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Visual. Avish, visual. You
Okay.
need visual. You need to visualize all the things you got to do, and the technology right now help us a lot in this kind of direction. Visualizing means make a PDF, very well done, a presentation. Just you don't need to write it down so many text. Don't write it down so many words. It doesn't work any longer. Nobody read it because we are too confused. Many things to do. I mean, books complicated. So don't do that. Don't be German. Be Indian. So visualize.
Yes.
Visualize body. Put cartoon, comics. For open enterprise space, for example, I'm working to deliver a comics for promotion. So it's gonna be amazing, 100% visualization. So the people are gonna see stories, no any longer text. So that's what does mean. In order to make a new strategy, you need to be ready to deliver this information to your own team. And this is the main things you get it, because if they get confused, really, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Sorry for my French, but really, it's gonna be complicated. So the many things you got to do is just plan your own strategy by make a kind of visual and let understand the people where you are going, where you come from, why you have planned the change. So the benefit on it. So and the people gonna tune up with yourself and then with your on board, and then you go. I mean, you're gonna be good. But first, I mean, that's a really interesting thing. Visualization, using pictures. Wow, help you a lot. Pictures, videos. Wow, try to learn how to use videos. That's an important thing, really. You feel inspired. You record maybe 10 minutes video. You're gonna send to all your team. Visualization is it's really important.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
thank you, Pravash and Michael for answering my question. I've learned a lot.
You're welcome. You're really welcome.
Michael, as you travel to different countries and everything, I want to know how you manage your family, firstly. Second, what 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 you face, what difficulty you face. You have your own wife and everything, and how
Yeah.
do you how you manage your time with the family and thing, the pressure and health coming together, like family, health, and pressure. What do you face?
Yeah.
And same question goes
Well,
to you,
this
Pravash.
is
Work-life balance.
yeah, we'll try. That's a really main challenge, I think, even from everyone is like that. Family is a really important, so we need to deal with that. And I gotta say, I mean, in my life changed a lot in the last years. I mean, the last 3 or 4 years, because I met my actual girlfriend, wife. I mean, and she helped me to change entire my asset totally. And so I start to travel a little bit less and spending time much more with her. And this is important things even for my work. I mean, she bringing some kind of balance in my life that you at a certain time I think you need it. Women have this kind of gift about they deliver a lot of love, and you need it. And yeah, buddy. I mean, love is the first emotion that they really need. Tenderness, and all those kind of things. And even a warrior, the tougher warrior you're gonna meet in your life is gonna need a love.
Michael, have you faced any health problems or anything till now as you travel to different cities and everything? Your health has been a burden as a global entrepreneur or sometimes?
Yeah, sure. I had a lot of problems, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to say this. They are problems. It's just life. And there's important things to really get it 100%. We need to deal with these things. There are no problems, guys. There are no sickness. Is it just an illusion, or is it this kind of mental condition that our societies they're gonna tell you, and our daily life gonna tell about it? But there's no such
Nadeem,
thing. Is
Nadeem,
it
I
just
want.
life? What? No, I can't hear you. Can you say again?
You can continue.
Yeah. So no, the thing is, it's a just part of our life, our journey, our daily challenge, as Pravash said before. That's what we need. I mean, and problems, as we say, is just part of our life, and you don't need to really fight a lot in to try to don't have a problems, because if you don't have a problems, you are not doing anything. You're just sleeping. So the thing is that you need a lot of problems, and you need to have the power of using the problems to grow. That's what we do when we have a problem, because we are doing things, and consequently we grow. And when you grow, well, you're gonna be stronger than before, and that's our issue. That's our target. Getting stronger and stronger to really share our ability with the others. We live in a community. We like to live in a community, and most important, we like to create a community. We are an animal, we are a social animal. We like to stay together. Otherwise, everybody gonna stand apart alone, and it's not like that. So this is an important thing. Let's talk about a different level. No longer problems, no longer sickness. It's just life. Just life. Deal with it. You're gonna be happy.
Great.
Pravash, I want you now your take. How do you manage your time and work balance?
Okay, the work-life balance is very like difficult. It's sometimes I work 18, 19 hours, sometimes I work 4, 5 hours. So it depends. I mean, it's pretty much difficult right now. Obviously, I don't have a big family as such because I'm still single. But yeah, yeah. I mean, when you actually starting a business, it's pretty difficult to commit something else because you are too focused into it. Then I think the for me, family is my my organization, the people I'm working with, the people I go out. So it's pretty much create a culture where you can do kind of all these things together, right? Whenever you can work, and you want to go out and have fun, you can do that. You want to go for drinks, you can go with your colleagues as well. So that's what pretty much you need. I mean, other than that, if you are looking for like in a company and so, I think it's pretty important that you have to listen to your family as well, because entrepreneurship is kind of thing. It doesn't have a kind of timeline, right? Every month, probably if you are in job, you're going to a job and you are earning 50,000 or 1 lakh Indian rupees, and your family is happy with it. But in entrepreneurship, there is no such things are there. There's no check who write for you that this is going to make your life. So you have to adjust with your family because they are the people who need to support you, right? So yeah, that's what important it is.
Nadeem, welcome to the Hangout. Any questions you want to ask?
Hi guys. Right now, I don't have any question. If I would have any question, I will ask you. Thank you.
Any questions? We have only. I request the answer question should be there for only 2 to 3 minutes, more than that, because we have other things to answer everything. So anything more personal that we can answer on that also. Any other
Sure,
questions?
sure.
To, any questions, Chirag and other thing?
Well, no, thanks. Actually, both of them have really, gave answer to most of the problems
Nadeem,
that we
I
face.
want. Nadeem, mute कर दो. Yeah,
Okay.
Chirag.
Gaurav, did you ask me anything?
No, I want to get put on mute
Hello?
because I want you to your voice mute only. Yeah, thank you. Chirag, you can move forward. Yeah.
Okay,
Chirag,
so I think that this session of seminar has been very productive for now. Both of them have given a very good information about what and how to handle entrepreneurship in today's economy. So for now, I want to ask Gaurav about what is his take on global entrepreneurship, as you are currently an Indian entrepreneur. You have been to Mauritius, I guess. Yeah, you have been. But I want to talk about what was your experience around 2 years ago and right now.
My experience was something different because I was a youngster and I started on a different platform and everything is a different story. I started there going clubbing and drugs, and I don't want to, as a public platform, I don't want to bring it here and there. I don't want to bring on a public platform, but it was very difficult. Investors, as Pravash told, is on ass pain, and I needed them to. I was having big things, investors putting money and putting on my head, and they needed some profits in this. Little different. So from age 15, I've experienced different things, and so from there, my communication skills and I was very introvert that time. I was called procrastinator, zombie, sissy baby in the business category, and meeting people like Pravash, Michael, and you people, it would has made me more confident in the public as a young entrepreneur and at a global level also because
Great.
as I'm opening OES and I'm working with cultural leaders, I'm meeting new people every day and having a different mindset and giving me a different mindset and giving me experience to do my other business in the future.
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Gaurav, for the answer.
Thank you. Uh, Pravash, I want to ask, as you have so many businesses and everything, so do you think having exist strategy, like for example, starting one business and selling it after 10 years or 5, 6 years, do you think an entrepreneur, a starting entrepreneur, or any people in India or around the world should have this mindset of setting exit strategy, or they should continue the business and start opening other businesses together? So, what's your take on this?
So it is quite interesting. I mean, it is an interesting question, because when I was very young, I had a travel company as well. It's a very much I made software for travel companies. Then I sold that company when I was doing my MBA to fund my business as well. So you need to think very much entrepreneurial in this thing. And what I say to my colleagues and other fellow entrepreneurs that don't work in business, always try to work on business, right? And in business, yes, you have to be focused, you have to be loyal, you have to be emotional about it, but don't get emotional too attached to the business, right? It's always good to see the business from outside and let it grow, but as you are entering a business, that should be an exit strategy. As I said, you must have a period in mind, like what you want to do in 10 years time. What are you thinking of today? Probably after 10 years you are not interested to doing this thing, but at that time it would be nice to bring someone else who can take the business ahead, or else you can simply sell the business to somebody who is also have that much experience, or they want to do it and things, so that you can focus other things. But yeah, that's one interesting question. You said that when this one business is going on, you can add another business, or you can open another business. I mean, see, if you can manage it, I don't know. I mean, Richard Branson probably has more than 200 brands and stuff. So yeah, if you can manage it, if you got the right people to manage it, then why not? I mean, who is going to stop you to make money? This is a free world, right?
Uh, okay, Michael. So, what? Same question goes on you. Do you think the exit strategy, as you have different businesses like hotels and your chains and everything? So, what do you think exit strategy is should be there in mind when starting up the business as a global entrepreneur, or should a business
No.
continue together and start doing other businesses also? Like I like your strategy. What you do, you create a partnering system and you bring a family in a, like in your words, a global umbrella. I like your strategy. You bring all the people in on one umbrella. So what do you think? What approach people should take when they start up business?
Well, in my opinion, because I do things because I love that. There is no exit strategy at all. Doesn't exist. And I see business only like creation, like only no distraction or all this kind of things. I mean, I don't want to just say, okay, I'm gonna be involved, but it could be a problem, so I'm gonna step out. No, never. So I say, hey, I say yes, we go until the end. We go, full on. And this is me. This is another important thing that we should talk about. I think is an important point, because we all are different, guys, and this is something that we really need to understand very well. Because sometimes we like to talk, we need to talk generally speaking, right? Of course, we need to have this general agenda or whatever it is. Why not? It's good. Especially today, we step in a global environment, of course. So try to imagine we want to apply one face, one race. Yeah, maybe. Why not? We can try to do that. Of course, we're gonna fail beyond the corner. So what I do suggest is let's remind that we are really different, and something works for me doesn't work for you. So and the others. So what that means is exit strategy maybe could be good for someone a little bit weaker than me, for example, than someone else. So you feel a little bit worried, so maybe you need an exit strategy because you are anxious about doing things. So if you have a kind of backup plan, you can get in a business. But for me, actually, right now, what I am today doesn't I don't need it. Basically, that's it. I don't need an exit strategy. That's I get in and I say, let's do it. But it's always concerning by my personality, my background, my life, my entourage, my partners, and so on. So I'm gonna decide because by myself of what following my features, my characteristic. So
Good. We have more 20 minutes for this hangout. I'll be asking different questions also. Any questions? And welcome Abhishek for the hangout, global hangout. Namaste. And and any questions about this? Anybody is open to answer one by one. Any questions?
I think Abhishek has to.
Abhishek, do you have any questions?
I think he is.
Abhishek, unmute. Yeah.
Hi friends. Let me introduce myself first. I am a Mumbai University student of MMS.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, Abhishek.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Abhishek, go on. Hello. Hello.
I think somebody wants to complete his sentence.
Like another point.
Abhishek, you can go on. Yeah.
Now what I think is technical skills like marketing or any other skills important to start an entrepreneurship, or any person who has an idea in brain can start a business. For example, if I have an idea in India and I need to start it. So what do you think? Technical skills is required, or technical skills is not required to start? Like, what do you think, Michael? What do you
well,
think?
I mean, technical, of course, if you are really on the very startup moment about creating a business, yeah, I think technical in skills can be required from the business. I mean, using technology, understand about science, also can help really. I think it's good for, of course, a certain level you can keep by yourself, but later on you need support. You need different people, professional, of course, and they're gonna dedicate on the things. But technical things can help. I agree.
On this, what's your take on this, Pravash?
See, for yeah, definitely, I totally agree that you need the technical skills. I mean, many of the time, the entrepreneurs like from different background who are non-technical background, they have got ideas, um, but they don't want to start the business because they don't have any business background, right? And I have got this kind of um, uh, kind of experience where there is a lot. Brunel University is one of the top university for engineering, and there are a lot of engineers who have designed amazing products, but they don't want to start a business. But they never started it because didn't have any business background, right? So what I want to say is probably focus to find one or two co-founders when you start, right? So that if whatever skills you have, you know what your strengths and weaknesses are. So you need to find other co-founders who actually sell, who actually buy in your ideas, and they have the technical, because actually when I started from the very beginning, I didn't have much technical knowledge. Like I didn't know about coding. I was not a technical person at all. But when actually I realized that, if I want to go on the internet business, then I need to know the core skills, like the build much the basic coding, the even like to get the digital marketing, how it works and stuff, because I was from arts background. So when I got into, I really liked the stuff and I continued it, right? And I did my DCA. Then after I learned what is the CMS, how the WordPress works, how the digital marketing works. So that's where I changed my kind of career as well. So I think, yeah, you need to know the technical skills, but more important is find people or co-founders who can, be cooperative and they can support you as well.
But one thing, Abhishek, sorry, one thing, Pravash, one the co-founders, what I think is they should be like-minded people.
Yeah,
But nowadays people are very scared. A new legal term has come, NDA.
right,
You should sign an NDA and starting a business.
right.
First factor is trust to
Yeah.
find a co-founder. So Michael, do you have any somebody has stolen your idea at a global level and made it 10 times better, like how did Apple did and other Microsoft did? So what do you think? Anybody has your ideas, because you share your ideas with 20, 30 people you're meeting every day, and a new term has called, a legal term has called signing an NDA. So do you think you should share your idea when you're finding a partner or co-founder?
You know what I think? We've been talking about that, and I got my personal feeling about these things. I do believe that nobody can make your own thing. Nobody. If they can try to copy like Chinese, they they copy everything, but of course they're not the same thing. And you can make people sign an NDA, an NCA, whatever you want. I mean, they can sign, but then you need to be ready to fight, and you need to understand if he, and you are right. I mean, fighting what for? Let's say that. I mean, are they really able to copy your things? I mean, I don't know. Someone, of course, and we copy each other. We copy one another every time. And I mean, what we gotta do? Because he cooked the pasta before than me, I'm not gonna cook a pasta. The thing is, he's gonna be like that, and it has been like that for ever and ever. I mean, we can try to make our business model unique. That's important things. Very complicated maybe to apply, and this is important things. Try, for example, if you wanna, about open enterprise space. I told you several times. Nobody can copy. It's too complicated. You need to know many things, and it's not really that tomorrow someone gonna wake up and say I'm gonna make the same things. No, man, you gotta work harder.
Yeah, true.
And no, it's not so really easy to make this kind of business model. Being success if you don't have this kind of background and so on, that kind of connection, or the kind of global, entourage. So it's not easy to copy the other people. NDA, it's all right, a certain point, and I think. So you got a certain point of your business, you got a joint venture, and at that point, it's, hey guys, we need to protect ourselves because we are really getting bigger and bigger. So let's just, protect our information, what we are doing. So let's sign an NDA, and let's sign some contracts, and then we're gonna proceed just for our safety. And everybody gonna agree with that. But if you start up your business, signing an NDA, so wrong answer, doesn't work. You already put yourself in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Right.
So Pravash, anything happened with you? You had million ideas and somebody taken over it, or you did not? You had because you travel around. You also stayed in California, Silicon Valley. You did business there.
Right.
So how was your experience also there? And the same question goes to you.
See, there are two different things here. One is your big idea, and realize you have got the big idea, so you know how to dream, right? You have dreamed up your big ideas. So
Exactly.
whoever you think is going to steal your idea may not have that much of big dream like you have. So when you put the things together, it's only you know how to execute it, right? The
Yeah.
person who's going to steal it probably not know how to execute it. So I just want to quote one here. James Khan is a venture capitalist in UK, and he says, you have got million ideas, but you can't execute it, right? And that is very very important. So yeah, if it's something related to technical aspects, like say for example, you're talking about intellectual property here, and it's a very funny thing because a lot of European companies, they don't want to give their outsourcing their things to India or China, because they think that their ideas will be stolen, their data, which is most important thing, and that will be stolen, and the companies can so have problems in latter because of outsourcing. Um, well, in that case, I agree, because the intellectual property is very, very important, and you should, copyrights your design, or if you're doing something, just do the copyrights, and that is more than enough. But the NDA, yeah, it works. I mean, if, in some ways, when you talk about the investors, you think he has got million in his pocket and he can take your ideas and make it happen. I don't think so, because the thing you are passionate about, you can put your ass on floor and do it. I don't think the investors can do that. Honestly, that is not possible. But yeah, if it's something technical, you think some bit of coding, some bit of database management, where you want to be protected, I think it's better to go and sign the NDA.
Pravash,
Yeah,
now your new magazine, a luxury magazine, is coming
yeah,
in a global level.
right,
Brand India
right,
is a good thing. New York, London,
yeah,
Bombay, Gandhinagar. So it's a big opportunity for you, and you are endorsing a
yeah,
political person who is a big guy in India.
right,
So how is your experience in executing Brand India,
right.
and what's your take on it?
Okay, the first thing first, the name itself, it says about India, right? And I love my country. I have stayed nearly 7.5 years, going to be 8 years, and out of country, and I love India. Whether it's cricket match, whether it's food, it doesn't matter. But I love India. But there are certain things which, when you compare yourself with global opportunities and global challenges, you feel yourself like where you are. And there is, as Michael said, there's a huge opportunity for India, to showcase what talents we have, but we don't realize at certain points, you don't realize our own potential. There are products which could be sent to the globe, across the globe, do the trading, and make money out of it. At the same time, create a kind of global family together, and that's where India is lacking. I won't blame anyone and complain. Yes, the political interest is lacking. There is not enough infrastructure in India to support these things. But think about cricket, think about IPL, like think about Bollywood. There are certain ventures which has gone global, and they have done amazingly. So brand India is a concept which is like, it's a lifestyle. It's a product that's going to showcase the message what Indians think right now. And in particular, want to point out the young India. They are not thinking about, okay, we'll have a small job. We want to 50 up to work for 50 years and then go and take rest. They are thinking something adventure. They want to work for 10, 15 years and then go for holidays. So now India has the money, young people have the money, so why not actually explore that? So basically the brand India works on that particular stand. So we are creating an accelerator program in India, and where we are helping young Indians to actually travel the world. So we kind of coming off with an idea in June and July, to take it to New York and take it to London and Liverpool as well, because there is a huge huge convention happening in Liverpool called IFB International Festival for Business. And for me, obviously, Mumbai is a vibrant city, and there's a lot of things happening in a Gujarat because of vibrant Gujarat. So that's where I'm starting the brand Indiana. I want to help Indian entrepreneurs to showcase their innovation at a global level.
Yeah. Michael, Nadeem has one question. How can we demonstrate that this strategic initiative and not something else contributed to change in a result? Nadeem, can you elaborate your more question by the voice? What do you mean by this question, Michael?
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean to say that strategies can fail anytime. If you're making a strategy and you're working on it, it can fail. So I want to know that the strategic initiatives that you're taking. So if it's going to fail, you know it better how it's going to be. But if it's going to, if it's going to affect in the thing that you contributed to change in the result, is it going to change in the result? How will it change the result?
Yeah, you're talking about mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, and don't be afraid by mistakes. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Mistakes,
Because. Mhm.
yeah, mistakes are gonna be part of your.
Nadeem, I was coming for that. I was coming to that question.
Mhm.
Michael, yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna
You
add
have
something.
many companies and everything. Did you made any mistake or any blunderous mistake in your life in different starting or any bad decision you took and you have regretted till now that I should have not taken it and I would have been in a different level zone or different thing. And same goes to you.
Yeah, guys. Basically, the line is always the same thing. I mean, we have been talking about grow up. We have been talking about making things, experiences, and the point, yeah, taking risk and is a part of your it's part of your journey. And the point is that it is really important to deal with mistakes. If you don't do mistakes, you don't grow. If you don't grow, you're never gonna be stable, never gonna be sustainable. You're never gonna be bigger. Or you need to make a lot of mistakes in your life. In your
Having
life,
guts feeling. In your term there should be a guts and risk taker.
exactly. And the point is, the Western society in this very time, they are trying to convince people out there, especially businessmen, entrepreneurs, that mistakes it's a wrong they are wrong things, but it's totally not. The point is that they want to try to build up a predictable economy. That's what I try to build up. But the point is, who try to build up these things are the lobbyists, and you guys, me, and our families don't belong to the lobbyists. So don't get fooled about these people. Be careful about because they want to tell you that you need to stay safe, so you're gonna pay assurance out of it. And you know what? In most of the cases, you're never gonna use the fucking assurance. So you paid a lot of money, and that's the reality, and that's the point. So be careful about these things because it really, I mean, sooner or later it's gonna touch you if you're gonna open an enterprise, a company, or whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna touch these things. So you're gonna meet a lot of people. Oh my God, you don't have an assurance. Oh my God, are you gonna to survive? Oh, if something happened, you're gonna down. Yeah, what's the problem? What's the problem? This is the life, so we got to do that. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get going and see when problem gonna happen, they're gonna handle it. I mean that's the spirit. So when your strategy gonna fall down, you need a new strategy. It's pretty simple. And when you're gonna make a mistake, it's easy. It's part of your life. You're gonna give your scarf, and
Michael,
then you're
you
gonna.
didn't answer the question what I asked you that what is the biggest decision you took, the regret you're still
Yeah, you're
facing?
right. God, sorry, you're right. Well, I did a lot of mistakes in my life, really, tons of mistakes. You have one mistake in here. No, what? Well,
Pravash,
that's belonged to a really long time ago. So in a way, it was a mistake. But I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, that's me. That's me. And this is what we got to do. I mean, we got to be proud of our mistakes. Our mistakes, our represents our personalities. Without
Yeah.
mistakes, we are no. This is really sometimes can we can think about this kind of things are gonna be too fluffy, but it's not true. I mean, this is the reality. That's what we're living for. There's nothing to do about it.
Pravash, so you tell me your same question goes to you.
So, uh, I mean, that's you're starting an entrepreneur journey. That's like every day you make mistakes. So there's nothing to worry about. I mean, you're talking about the failure. You're talking about the mistakes. It's not a failure. It's just a feedback, right? And I think
Exactly.
the sooner you fail, you become like bounce back, right? And you learn from failures, and then you make it happen afterwards. So I think the sooner you fail, the better it is, because so that you bounce back and you get back to it. So
Okay.
Agree.
Uh, the forum is open for 5 minutes. Any questions, anything, because the time is extending in time, and we need to understand any open question, any forum, or we will be having another hangout in next 1 week. A global entrepreneurship debate between Western culture and Indian culture between and Michael and other things next week. So any questions uh, open to anybody? I'd like to thank
Okay.
Michael and Pravash to join us and remove the busy time on Saturday.
it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you, Michael and Pravash and other viewers to join us and coming on this. Namaste, Michael.
Thank
coming,
you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
coming
much.
on this.
Thank you so much. You too, guys.
Uh,
Thank you.
any questions, any feedback about this global hangout?
Okay, I want to say something that first of all, thank you, Pravash and Mike, for such a productive
You
and
too.
wonderful answers, and got to learn a lot. Now, what I want you to say is some words of wisdom for starting out entrepreneurs. Some anything. I mean, any important point that hasn't been covered in the questions that you would like to say from your end. The some words of wisdom for all of us, young
Uh,
and really starting of entrepreneurs.
Avish, what I think, as we youngsters, what I'm also 22-year-old, I deal with
Yeah.
different people, 18, 19, 20. I think starting up, you should have belief, faith, and trust in your own self. And stop thinking other ideas and to be famous. So because see, when we are starting as a young entrepreneur, we always think हमारे पास गाड़ी होगा, पैसा होगा, we will have big luxury cars, everything. It's okay, you can think, but start working on your actions, your reality. Convert your reality in your conversions. Like I like Pravash what he says, money. Convert your sales. Sales is the biggest thing in entrepreneurship. So I think as a young entrepreneur myself, I don't focus myself like I need to focus on a big level to be famous. Start creating your experience with different new people. Work under someone or work with people you trust, a mentor. We youngsters in India lack, always lack that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I would say like stop thinking, start doing. So
Yeah, buddy.
you
Yeah.
want to be a millionaire.
Go get it. Go out there and get it. Go get it.
So that's what you
Very
need.
good. Very good. Very good. Thanks, really, everybody. Thank you.
So any questions? Anything? Last 1 minute. So any feedback, Chirag, uh, Nadeem, other people, how should this hangout of global entrepreneurship, bringing different cultures like experienced people and young people coming together in one space, sharing the people, should it should happen in once a month or twice a month? What do you think? And it is a good time to happen because we have seen when we posted there are many people who want to join and there is a time constraint they could not come. So what do you think about our own global entrepreneurship hangout sessions?
Well, it was good, I
Gaurav,
think, actually.
yeah.
Gonna, Yeah, guys, it's a very good idea. So let's make it bigger, maybe. Let's invite more people from different countries, and next week is gonna be good. It's gonna be bigger, so we can use the page to update our questions and some answers, some general speaking topics. We can make a topics, for example, topic page. So we talk about this and that. Anyway, this is a good idea. I like very much.
Chirag, how did you like the?
Well, I really loved talk or hang out with all these amazing young, experienced entrepreneurs. I think that we should continue this on every Saturday or Sunday because of time constraints, and hangouts are really very easy rather than meetups. So I guess we should improve our network and invite more young entrepreneurs or startup entrepreneurs who want to, need some answers for their own businesses.
Karan, so
So
what's your
let's go
experience?
ahead.
Hello.
Hi,
Uh,
hi.
I learned many things today, and really thank you, Chirag and Gaurav, Mike, Prayas for this initiative. And we should do it once in a week because it is not possible that we can meet physically, but through Google Hangout we can share each other's view and improve ourselves better.
Okay.
Uh, so, how was my interview skills? Asking different questions, Michael uh, and Pravash asking different questions. So, how did
You
you experience
you
my skills
covered
as an
many
interviewer?
important
Brilliant.
things, Gaurav, and it was I had
Very
really
good.
interesting time.
Brilliant. Gaurav, brilliant.
Positive
Really
feedback,
brilliant.
don't worry.
Good man. You
Good
have
man.
been
You did good. You
doing
did good,
great.
buddy.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man. It's
Okay.
You
amazing.
did good.
Thank you, everyone. Namaste from India. And next week we'll be meeting. We'll be having a debate
Thanks.
between Western and Indian culture. Maybe same time or a thing. Thank you, everyone, for
Okay.
coming for the hangout, and thank you,
Thank
viewers,
you.
all on the floor.
Bye. Bye. Take care,
Bye.
everyone.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye.
Bye, Michael.
Namaste.
Take care.
Bye.